I am alive. Hey, Jamie. Welcome back. I restarted my router, so maybe we'll see. I don't know if Jaden's Xbox automatically hooks up and starts running his program, so we'll see. Wow. Bad lag. I'm at 22 minutes, 22 seconds. Actually, it's a better picture. Good job. All right, go. Go me. Jamie, how's my niece? Is she loving all the snow and playing? I know, right? Go me. Actually looks clear. Yay. Hey, Sarah, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I did say there was a few more books that I wanted to show you guys. If you don't mind, if you don't want to, that's fine. We can just craft. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody's watching the Bronte video, huh? Telling you, that is a good show. A good show. Oh, it hurts her nose. Her nose is cold. Her sinuses are hurting today. Oh my goodness. Poor little baby. Hi, Brill. How are ya? How you doing? Long time no see. I feel like I haven't seen anyone in forever. Yay, Michelle is back. Yes, I don't know if that's a yay, but sure, go. We'll go with it, Barbara. We'll go with it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks so much. And there's Tammy came back. Hi, Tammy. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Again. April, it's my second live stream this morning. I had a Books I Hoard number 4 came out a few minutes ago, and then now we're going to do some crafting. Like I said, I do have a couple more books to show you guys. If you want to, that's fine. If not, I understand. It's just like really old, enormous atlases. Enormous. And things that inspire me. And one of the books is actually called Inspirations, believe it or not. I like that. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? What's up, Two Bells? You have been around. You doing okay, hon? How's your mom? Everything all right? She doing okay? You're doing okay, right? Please? Yes? I hope. I hope. I hope. When I came on, my lag was 22 seconds. So in 22 seconds, you'll hear me say that. Hold on. I gotta grab something. I forgot. Uno momento. Talk amongst yourselves. Hmm. Looking for lace. Looking for lace. Looking for lace. Don't think I want that one. Maybe this one? Really gotta get these on. It's a day to sit and roll laces. Okay. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Hey, Royal G, Nettie, what's up? How are ya? You just got the notification. What, for the first one? Wouldn't doubt it. Oh, good, Abril. Okay, good. Good. Nope, Angie, she's good. Hey, lovely. On our last stream 5 minutes ago, we got lovely 200. That's amazing. I'm good. How are you? It has been a while. We'll just skip the books. No biggie. What I'm doing is nothing new. You can go to Nick the Booksmith, watch it. It's I want to make a pack rat book. You're at 102? Go girl. I'm telling you, Lovely made a 4.5-inch spine book. I'm not kidding. She came on one day and she was like, I just made a 4.5 spine. I'm like, nah. So I wrote her name down, went over there, checked it out. She wasn't lying. She sure did. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Pack Rat book. It helps. And I have this beautiful piece of floral tapestry. I'm sure it'll make my camera go crazy. But it is a heavy tapestry. And you'll find out why it has to be heavy, because there is no spine to this book. So a lot of you, I'm sure, have books laying around with no spines. It's not going to have one. It's not going to have one at all. I was hoping maybe I could do it this way, but nope, we're going to have to do it the other way. And what a pack rat book is, according to Nick, is things you hoard. This isn't necessarily things I hoard, but it's papers that I want to work with. I have a thing about end papers. I love FlyLeafs. So under all this is FlyLeafs. And this is from books that you take apart. And if you're not familiar with a flyleaf, a flyleaf is this. This paper right here. This blank piece of paper right here. This is a flyleaf. I could take this out of this book right now and use it, but it's not a book that I'm taking apart. It's the Louvre in Paris. Hello. No, not taking that apart. By the way, my favorite picture ever. I will have this on my wall one day. It's called Master Bedroom by Andrew Wyeth. Andrew Wyeth. I love that picture. I've loved that picture since I was a child. Yeah, I only have it printed out. It will be on my wall one day. I actually, when I was looking it up, saw it on Etsy, and I was like, maybe I'll go over there and grab one. Anyways, so FlyLeafs. Get back down there. FlyLeafs are just cool because when you take apart a book, no matter how big or small the book, they just have grunge. They have this natural aging. And I like to use them, and I don't like to cut them because I think you cut all the good parts off when you cut your papers down. So I have so many. Look at this one. I have so many collected. Look at grungy. Speak, Michelle. Oh my gosh. I have so many collected. Look at that. It's just, you can't do that with Tim Holtz. I'm sorry. Tim is good, but you can't do it that good. And some of them have, like, you know, their field note of natural history. That was a book, obviously. But the cool thing about it is I'm going to put some of these really, really old papers in it. This is from, you can feel the type on this. This is that good paper that's made out of like rags. And I can put something over that to hide it in some way, shape, or form. This is some of my not so old paper that I want to use. There's calligraphy paper in here. There's deckled edge paper in here. Here's the calligraphy. I'll probably save that for, you know, a book maybe that I'll do with script. Just some, this is some, it's some weird paper. It's, I don't even want to tell you what the name of this paper is called, but it's pretty neat. And it's very, very soft. I only have one more piece of that. I have to go dye some more. And then this is some paper that I got from Jessica Rapp one time. Some old books. Some of my tea dye. There's some deli paper in here. There's masking paper in here. There's some really grungy tea dyed paper I did. So it's just an accumulation of just stuff. And I can't, you can do it with, let me separate my new from my old, and the calligraphy paper. I don't think I'm going to use this one. You can do it with like digitals or, you know, paper packs, things like that. But the way that I'm keeping my paper packs and ephemera, I came up with a whole new system in my room because I have so many digitals. Not even funny. Just it's not even laughable. It's laughable because of the hilarity of how many I have. But there's not really one that I really want to take out or that is left over or anything like that, because I'll always use them in my book. And if I want to, I call it garnish my book with some ephemera later, I will. But right now, I want to work with just the flyleaf. Because as you can see, it's piling up. They're piling up. They're really piling up. Some of them have inscriptions on them, which is really cool. Some still have the birds. It's just, hey, there's a big number 14. Some have, you know, flyleafs from, I know this is from a nursery rhyme book. Some already have like some pictures and things like that on it. A building. Manufacturers Trust Company building in New York. It's called Glass Box. It's a glass box type of construction, it says. I don't know. There's an elephant. Oh, praying mantis. She's vicious if that's a girl. I don't even know why these are in here. Let's take that out. And let's take out the elephant, because it's not really a flyleaf. It's a picture. I don't know why it's here. But they're just grungy. They're nasty. They are totally imperfect. And I like using them backwards. I don't like this edge out. I like this edge out. I like this edge out. The nasty edge. Give me the nasty. I like the nasty. So it will all be like this. And I've been doing this thing that I've been calling like steps to where like I put my papers in and it almost looks like it's like there's steps to it. I have no idea. Where did I even get this piece of paper? It's out of a book for sure. It's light blue. You can see where it's ripped and torn. So yeah, I love FlyLeafs. Don't throw those papers away. They are pretty much the most durable piece that's in the book because they're meant to protect the book. So using them is just it's cool. And they're thick. This has, yeah, writing on it. We're not going to use that either. I don't want any pictures in it. Normally, I'm sorry, looking up. Really? Your neighbor's with Nick? Really? Of course you are, Jamie. You're awesome. You're totally awesome. Because I said. No, we're not watching. It's craft porn. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, you agree. Rough edge out. Normally, how I make these books, I've made one before, and it was it the sketchbook or the composition? I don't know. It was one of those books. But what I prefer to do is sew every one of these papers. I don't want to fold them. I don't want to do anything like that. Can I do that on camera? Probably not. Didn't take me forever. But I will show you how I set the papers up to go ahead and sew them because I don't like ripping these papers. I don't. So I think I have a collection big enough now. Look at that one. That's a marbled piece. And that one I don't really mind folding because I don't think I'll ever make a journal this large again. I've made 2 of them. They are a lot of work and I'm just going to fold this bad boy. And I did not tea dye that. That's not tea dye. That's the way it came. This was out of a letter. Isn't that beautiful? How? Just really? It's just beautiful. How do you cut it? You can't. It's just beautiful. So this is the book cover that I'm working with. And let's see. Almost 6. It's 1 titch away from 6. And 1 titch away from 9. Roughly 6 by 9. Which is the size I love to use. That's the size of like my carpet baggers, everything like that. Speaking of which, I have one of those done right now. I actually did finish a book. Believe it or not, it is on my list for finish Friday, right, Amanda? And thank you, Amanda. I saw that you posted my link for the books I hoard on Liz's page. I appreciate that. Thank you. If she's here, I don't even know if Amanda came back. She's probably watching the Bronte video. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right, bro. You live in Texas. Are you okay? Yeah. Did you get some snow? I don't know where you're. I know where you're at. I don't want to say your location, but I don't. Was that part? Are you all right? Did you guys have those rolling blackouts, which was ridiculous? Oh my goodness, it was scary. So 6 by 9. So what I usually use is what I usually do my carpet baggers with. You guys know I have a thing for tapestry. That's another thing that we should do. How about fabrics I hoard? Oh my gosh, I could do a series on that. I love tapestry. I think it's amazing. It shreds. It's got such personality, and it's so pretty. And it takes so much work to do these. And I have another video that you can watch on making a tapestry. And these girls are doing it all by those looms. And it's what they do is they sit in these two chairs, and there's the drawing of the tapestry on the wall behind them. And as they're flipping these colors through the, strands that go up, which would be the thicker part of the tapestry here, these would be hanging from like a ceiling. They are looking at the picture that's behind them, sitting at eye level, and copying it as they're going. It's amazing. I mean, it's actually like a tour in France that you can do and watch these girls still make these homemade huge wall tapestries. I would rather go see that than the Eiffel Tower. I'm sure I'll see it off in the distance. Hello, Eiffel Tower. I would rather go see that. I think it's so cool. I have a tapestry. My mom sent it to me. It's probably as large as my living room floor. This thing is huge. And she was like, well, maybe you could use it in books. And I'm like, I'm not cutting that up. Are you kidding me? It's folded nicely underneath my bed because it's just so big. And it's heavy. And, I don't know if I could hang that thing. It's really big. And it's on a dowel. So that in itself is just wow. But I just have such respect for tapestry. Tapestry can be pretty on the back side. Tapestry can be pretty on the front side. Doesn't matter. I love the salvage edge. Like that I will so take off and put in my scraps. Oh yeah, my camera hates that. Sorry. I didn't realize it was doing it. I haven't looked up. Oh, thank goodness that bro. I've seen so many sad stories come out of there. Luz wants to see the fabrics I hoard. Maybe. We could. I got some vintage in there that I'm not even touching. I do have a tapestry in there that I could show you now that fits on my desk. I will never ever touch it in my life. Nope. I take it out, I look at it, and I put it away. It's so pretty. I keep it on comic book board because I don't want like any acidity or anything, or I don't want it to get messed up. Really, I really don't. And I've had it for years. Years. Did you really? Did I send some to your mom? Is this some I sent to your mom? Or you just had some just like this? That's fantastic. Oh, I love your dining room already, Abril. Because this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. There's so many colors in here. Can you imagine how many looms or the spools that the lady had to have, like, to get all these colors? The shading, the everything. These things take like years. Okay. Tell your sister hello, Luz. Okay, no, you had some. Okay. It's pretty, right? And it's really, really it's kind of stiff. And that's what we want for this book. I'm gonna have to try and keep it out of focus a little bit off to the side because the aliens come and they don't like this fabric. So what I want to do really quick is, because we don't have a spine, and this is cool for ladies who, if you don't have a spine for the book, it's a great way to make a book. Please go watch Nick's playlist on this. It's only 3 videos. It's called The Making of the Pack Rat Book. Pack Rat Book. Thank you. And the signatures will be sewn right into here. And these will be glued down onto the tapestry. We're going to cut around it. And we're going to essentially make a book. The green paper is out for my spine template for the signatures that I'm going to put in. I have to make a template. She shows you how to make the template. She shows you how to do everything in that video. It's nothing that's not already out there. And for those of you who want to learn to make a curved spine or anything like that, I suggest Jackie Chimes. She will show you how to do that as well. Why was I going to reach down here? What was I reaching down here for? I was reaching down here for a reason. I don't know. But I know that I am going to need this. And I know roughly my spine is 6 by 9. Let's go this way first. Let's get the 9. And this is just some scrap paper I had, because that's what a pack rat's supposed to be. It's supposed to be things that, actually I'm going to do it on the piece that I didn't cut off, so it's going to be a nice straight cut. There's the 9. And, okay, with spine, what do I want to do? It's a lot of paper there, but I don't want to cut it down. You know what? Let me go through my paper really fast. Sorry. And we're going to get some close. Get my mouse out of the way. I don't want to touch any buttons. Oh, it's coming in clear. I'm clear. I said Jackie Chimes, yes. She will show you how to put hubs on. She'll show you how to curve a spine. She'll show you how to do a straight spine. She'll show you how to do an applique spine, all that stuff. You don't have to get courses. You know. And I don't care if it hangs out and if it's grungy or anything like that, because remember the steps. I like the stepping. So these 2 pages actually match up perfect. So what I would do, first of all, they would be on the outside, so the grunge would be on the outside. And these straight papers that I match up, I have some vintage ledger, and I will cut probably 1.5 inch strip, and then I'll sew up this side and I'll sew up this side, and together it will form a signature. I will make my own signatures out of this because I don't want to fold them. If at all possible, I can always fold them this way. That's fine. I'm not going to cry or anything like that. But I do want them as close to the book as I possibly can. The best way to do it is flip it over. That's actually going to be a little bit too large. So no, we can't use that. And that looks about the same size as does that. Putting them on top of each other. Wow, a flower and a bee. What am I saving that for? I don't know. We're going to be using definitely smaller pieces because that's how we get our step going. Look what I just found. Seriously. And that goes so pretty with these book covers. Must be a way. I wonder if I have another one of these. I don't think I do. I think this. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, looky, looky, looky. Oh, look what I found. We're going to put those to the side. Those might be inside covers. She didn't really do an inside cover. She used the tapestry, but then she just put like pockets and things on the inside. We're going to figure that out. We're going to figure that out. All right, so basically I know I have to go for my littler sheets. Is that smaller than that? It is. Alright. So let's just see what we got here. How about this one? I really don't like cutting the fly leaves. I really don't. I save them for a reason. I should have plenty. Here we go. Here's some littler sizes. Hello, really, really loud car. Appreciate that. Okay, we know all those will fit. This one's kind of a bigger, fatter book. How far does that hang off the edge? Nope, too large. We know all these will fit. We know all these will fit. This is a lot of sewing. A lot. If I was just doing it regular and using, like, say, those new papers that I showed, it wouldn't be so bad because I wouldn't be afraid to fold them or anything like this. But because I want to make this difficult and use fly leaves, it's going to be hard. This one I'm just going to fold because, again, I don't think I'll ever make a book this big again. That was just, no. So if I do fold this, right about there. Yep, it fits. You can tell already those are too big. That's too big. Nope, too big. Too big. Big. We'll use that. Ooh. We'll use that. That. I don't care if they have like graffiti or inscriptions or anything like that. It's meant to have like a lot of character. Or I want this book to have a lot of character. I really do. Wow. Well, I haven't. I'm not going to even say. I was going to say a bad word. I have a lot. Okay. Again, not going to make a book this easy, this big again. This was from a letter because the edges are red. See the red edges right there? And it's like this baby blue muted color. And the edges were red on it. So that will fit. Those will fit. Those are just cool. We really have to find a book that size. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, it says number 2 and it was only $1. How about that? Again, won't make a book this big. But boy, those are really nice pieces of paper. We're not gonna fold those. There's a lot of those. Okay, so maybe we can fold like 2. That's nice paper. Really nice paper. Oh yeah, get to the grunge. Sure. Sure. I don't know if these will fit or not. Not these. These. Oh yeah. Good deal. Nope, that won't. And nope, these won't. Alright, got my papers. Just like that. And then this goes back into the fly leaf pile. Oh, I need to find a book that big. Which I'm sure I have one right beside me. Because I have over here in the corner. Sorry, looking up. No, it's going to be a pack rat. Hi, Valerie. How are you? You did. You caught me live. Busted. The jig is up. Okay, don't be sorry. You want to know every single step. You got it, girl. I am here for you, 2Ls. Hello, everyone watching. Oh my goodness, hi. Um, so like I said, probably never gonna make a book this big again. Those things are a lot of work. So we're just gonna fold them in half, and they are awesome. And if you've ever gotten one of my books, you'll know that everything is intentional. If there's a tear in a page, it's intentional. It's totally intentional. I rip papers on purpose. I do things on purpose a lot. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to try and match our papers as best as we can. We'll take the folded ones that are already ready. And just so it can be matchy-matchy, we'll go ahead and we will reinforce these as well, because you can see they're kind of cracking. So we don't want that, and I don't want my book pages to fall out. So I'll reinforce these as well with some antique ledger, which I'll bring out in a little bit when we get all this put together here. So basically what I want to do, because this is why we went through my papers first, is I need to know roughly how many signatures this puppy's going to have. So my guess right now I'm going with 4. 4. So 4. If it was 5, it would probably be a 2-inch spine because it allows for a little bit of breathing room. Since it's 4, let's go 1.5 inches on the spine. So let me get this to 1.5 inches on the spine. This is just a template. Oh, whew, ta to the dot. Yes. All right. Get rid of this. And let's not forget we have these. Oh, wow. That is so cool. And they match the papers. However, they are larger than, oh, crud. Well, that just sucks, doesn't it? They're larger than the book covers. That's okay. That's all right. Again, I'm going to have to find one that I can do with the larger pieces. Okay. I have a shelving system that I have this desk, which is I think 56 inches long. And then I have one behind me that is over 70. It's a monster. And underneath where the feet are supposed to be, because I never work at that desk, is these stacks and slots. All those slot things, and I have different kinds of paper in those slots. Is it fancy? No, it's like those slot things that you get a quarter at the garage sale. It's not fancy. So yeah, that's what those are in. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but yeah. Oh, and I have a moving island in my room too. That's supposed to be in the kitchen, but it's for storage. It's for storage. You say you're creeping, all right. That's right. Jamie did get my giant book. Yeah, you have composition. Yes, you do. The spine is going to be 1.5 inches, Michelle. And welcome back, Veronica. I'm so glad you're here. It's going to be 1.5 inches, and I'm going to shoot for 4 signatures. Okay. I said 2 inches only because if I would have had, that's what I usually work with when I have 5 signatures. But because this is a 4 signature, I'm only going to do 1.5 inches. And I think that's going to be plenty of space to give my book. So what I need to do now is we need to cut down this fabric. All right. And I don't care if it's shabby or whatever like that. I still have some maintenance that we have to do on the side here. We leave about 1/4 of an inch. And because I have some work to do on this, I'm going to cut my piece just a little bit bigger than I need. There will be some fraying because this is a tapestry. However, when this is glued down, that it's only going to fray to where the glue is. I'm cool with that. It's just like a carpet bagger. It only frays until where my sewing stops. And when my sewing stops, then it's done. I'll give you an example of one that I just finished of a carpet bagger, and how it will stop shedding. That's the stuff that goes with the book. But it's this one. And I love how the greens match up on this. You'll see that open this up right here. Where the sewing stops right here, that's where the fraying is always going to stop. So you can just pull and play and pick and get those puppies out of there and pull, but it's never going to let you go farther than that stitch. Never going to let you go farther than the stitch. So have fun with it. You know, play with it. Can this be frayed more? Yeah, the easiest way to fray them is just to keep going like this and rub them and just pick them and see more's coming out. Doesn't matter. And then there's the tie for that one. So it's gonna stop where we glue it. And again, I don't mind the fraying, so it's not a big deal. So there's that one. Let's put her back there. Okay, so let's get some of this fabric off my desk. And see how it's already frayed up here? I don't mind that. However, let me see. If I'm pulling that, I'm just going to be pulling the big part out. All right. But if I cut the book or the fabric this way, okay, all these edges are sewed. So the only thing I'm really going to get out of this book is the big parts. See? That. So I'm going to have to cut around all of it because I want the true tapestry in the middle. No big deal, because that'll give me a lot of salvage edge to play with at a later date. So we'll go here. I'm just eyeballing this. This is not precise measurements, believe me. And I'm just going to take my scissors for right now, and I'm going to leave myself enough space to work with. Just so I could get most of this off my desk. All right. Just throw that over there for a second. That salvage edge is going to be so much fun to play with. It's really cool. It's black and white. It's like black and cream. I love it. I love fabric. Luz, you might be right. I should probably do a fabrics I hoard. And then let's not forget, we also have some of this. So if this doesn't equal the 4 signatures that I want, I will throw in some of my tea-dyed paper. We'll throw in some of the masking paper because it actually goes with the tapestry. There's some deli sheet. And plus you need a little crinkle in your book anyways. Need some noise. Here's a pretty cream. Wow, that's pretty cardstock. It's textured. It's just throw whatever in. It doesn't matter. Am I going to throw stark white in this? No. No, 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 no. Nope. Not doing it. Only because I'm trying to keep a kind of a, I like a dingy vintage appearance of the book. So no, I don't want anything stark white in it. I'm gonna throw some of these. This is German. Look how old this is. This is just, papers are amazing, you guys. That's German. And it's such pretty script, and it's just yucky, and I love it. It's gross. Yep, I like it. There's shorthand. I don't want any of that. There's Hebrew. Put that other. And then we'll take some of these smaller scraps because, again, there's steps. The only thing that about these is that the yummy goodness was already cut off. So let's find some where the yummy goodness wasn't cut off. And some that looks like it was stepped on and dragged through the mud. Definitely don't want pink in here. Nope. No pink in this book. Let's throw those grungy papers in there. Okay. Yeah, because once I do all the sewing and stuff, yeah, that should equal that. So let me get this out of the way. Put that down on that shelf. Let me get these out of the way. So I have no idea why I save them. Sometimes you just gotta cut yourself off. We're gonna have like way too much. And we are actually gluing it down to the right side. Kind of makes no sense, right? But we are. Thank you, Barbara. Ooh, you're working with envelopes. I'm telling you, Luz, that's a good idea. If you're really interested in it, I can do that. I have no problem with that. I have a lot of vintage fabrics. Yeah, not a problem. So this fabric, there's a lot of, if I wanted to, there's a lot of colors in here to pull out. There's some teals, there's some browns, there's I mean, I think the color wheel is on this tapestry. It is that colorful. I'm going to try and show you as much as I can. It is that colorful. There's just, look at the teal over here. The purples. There's not one color. Oh, don't you go crazy on me. There's not one color on here that wouldn't go. And the part that's really going to be pulled out with this book will be these colors. The almost yellows. Because this isn't really a bright yellow. It's not a mustard yellow. It's more of like a golden yellow. So because the pages are vintage, it's going to pull those out. This green, I can line it up anywhere. The green goes. The brown goes. So the newer pieces that I am adding, they're all going to work. Even this yucky old tea-dyed paper. It's going to work. All right. So, because these are already done too, we'll move those to the bottom of our pile. We do know those have to be reinforced. That one does not. What we're going to start doing is matching. Boring, I know. It's really boring. But we need to match. There's that one paper that is already folded. We have to match at least close. Close. See, that is already put together. However, that's not going to stay together because this was a tipped-in page. See how it's glued along the side? That was a tipped-in page. It's easier for me just to tear this apart. Did that hurt? It shouldn't. And remember, we're sewing them with the perfect sides on the inside. So we know this matches. So we're just going to start angling. These two seem to match. No, they don't. And it's okay if they don't. You can put these two pieces of paper together. It's fine. They don't have to match. But for right now, we're going to look for matchy-matchy. We know these two do. Right here. These match. The Voice of the City was the name of this book. We'll hide that in some way. It's not a big deal. But we're going to sew them like this, because we want the icky side out. Icky side out. Yes, we do. All three of these are the same size. Do you have a fourth? No, you don't. Come on. Can we get a fourth? Who's our fourth? Well, that matches. Okay, so there's that one. There's these two. Not the same book. They're not at all the same book. But they're going to go like this. They don't match. It's okay. Doesn't matter. These are the same size. Ooh, that is so just yum. Love it. Like somebody just went outside and went in a puddle. Oh, or in Donna's basement. Joke, Donna. Too soon? Too soon? That was a joke. It's a joke. For all of you who weren't here in the first show, Donna's basement flooded after she just got it waterproofed. Oy. Okay. This one has, I thought that said Dork. It says South Dakota. But Edna had that in 1907. I'm not mad at Edna for writing on that. Not at all. This has a offset coming through. I don't care. They're the same size. Yep, we'll put those together. Any of these match these yet? That matches this. Oh, you know what? I bet you that matches that other one, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Okay, so those go together. You know what? I'm probably doing this way around. Let's go like this, like this, like this. Like this, because we will run out of desk space. Like this, and that. These go together. Oh, and that has a beautiful handwriting on it. His name is George Parker. He has lovely handwriting. This has handwriting on the other side too. Cool. That. Oh, you're a small piece. Let's see here. Some of my DNA. I don't like what this paper is doing right here. How this was torn out. This was definitely a tip-in. So it kind of took off the paper under it. Hold on. Let me see if I can salvage this. This might be a bust. Where's mine? Much better. All right. It's got to go like that because the writing is up at the top on this one. This one has just a bunch of writing. I don't know what it is. Okay, good, Don. It wasn't too soon. I'm glad you're keeping your humor, honey. I told you last night. Just take it all in stride. It will get done. It will get done, my dear. We'll get it done. I'm gonna live stream from your house on the 9th, and I'm just gonna have the camera rolling so all the girls can see. And they'll be like, "Oh my goodness!" These definitely go together. All right, we are getting some signatures here. Those go together. They're perfectly matched. I try to be mindful when I do take them out to, you know, maybe keep the same. Oh, that has an offset as well. To maybe keep them with their match, because I do know that's what I plan on doing. This one is tipped in, so again, it's not going to last. It's glued. So we're going to pull this apart. And see, when you pull it apart, it leaves this really, really soft edge. We're not going to matter. It's not going to matter too much because we're going with the outside. And if it gets crinkled or wrinkled or anything like that, which reminds me, we have to make some homemade vintage tape to go along with this book too, to keep it together. Because we're going to rip some of these pages. It's almost too perfect, these FlyLeafs. We're going to rip some. That one, whatever that book was $5. All right, so we're left with these. And none match. So we'll get the closest. This would have to go with this, which is fine. Kind of cool. We're going to have one straggler left. Let's do these two together, and we'll put you back in. Oh my goodness, the FlyLeaf shelf. All right, and there we go. Not too hard, right? Not too hard at all. The hard part is coming, though, which is all the sewing. I probably will not do that on camera, believe me. You don't want to sit here and just watch me sew. No, you won't even get to watch me sew. You'll just hear me sew. Get some of this off of here. All right. So let's do some book maintenance. This book is just shredded. And this is why I probably picked this book, because using this as a repurposed book, for one, it already has this huge dent in it from where me ripped all the goodness out. So you want to, even if you have to pick it with your fingers, make an even spine. I know it's gonna, I said, does it really matter on the papers because we're making kind of an icky spine, but this will be where the book turns. Where's my scissors? All right, nope, let's go with the littler pair. So I'm just going to take some of the gunk off, okay? Because this is not straight. So I'm going to do this over my trash can, so you guys aren't going to be able to see this. But you see this big, like, hole in it, and the book is now exposed. I will be using Fabri-Tac, which is not a water-based glue, so it will not warp. Maybe if this was no, I still would use Fabri-Tac. I still would. Or a matte medium. Nope, I wouldn't even use a matte medium. No, because they're both water-based, and I don't want it warped. All right, so I'm just cleaning up my edges of this book. That's all. That does not want to come off, so let's make it. I might keep this stuff, you guys. I'll show you. I should probably call it my box of shame that I keep. Hold on. Just do that. And that just really does not want to come off. All right, well, then you can be there if you want to be there. Fine. No worries. It's a stubborn little book. because that part decides that it wants to stay on. Yeah, and that's fine. It's secure on there. It's not going to come off. I don't care. It's fine. Be like that. It's cool. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that none of like this. And if you want to keep it, use glue and make sure it's all tacked down so it's nice and flush. I don't want to keep it on. So I'm going to cut mine. And it's okay. Actually, I'm going to rip mine. Yep, it ripped awesomely. And will I keep that? Yes, I will, because I will show you my box of shame. It's a box of shame. But it's Abby's fault. Yep, it's Abby's fault. All right, can we cut this? This one's cutting. This is a little bit easier. I don't know. Definitely has some edges. You can even take a little sandpaper to the edge and, you know, soften it up a bit. Make sure it's all even and nice. I'm a little on the grungy side, so it doesn't really matter to me. I like that. I would say vintage grungy is close to my style. Vintage grungy shabbage. Shabbage? Really? Shabby. Yeah, I would say those are my three things that I love. Definitely. Definitely. I think mixing things like pretty shabby laces on this with just grunge is, I think it's hot. I think it's cool. All right. So I even those up a little bit more. I don't know if you can tell. Like these little pieces that are sticking off, they don't bother me. However, if they bother you, go ahead and give it a nice, not a high grit. I don't know if this will tell me what grit it is. 150. This is a low grit, and you know, you can go ahead and you can, you know, soften that up and even it up if you have to have, you know, you're symmetrical and stuff. Some people, you know, do that, but I'm not going to. That had a library card in it. I remember correctly, this was the front of the book because I thought, what a weird glue mark for the front of the book. And the library card was in the back of the book. Let's turn them. They're going this way, like that. This is how big our spine is going to be. Am I going to use this green piece of paper? I am as a template, but not yet. Just using it because I'm going to glue my fabric down. Bum, bum, bum. That big old page. We'll save that for something else. I forgot I stuck that over to the side. Okay. Let's do that. Where's my glue? Where's my glue? Right here in front of you. Right there. Okay. Looking up. I am so sorry. Whew. Okay. Whoops. I gotta go up. I missed some conversation. We're sitting here watching you sort papers. I think we should handle the sewing. It's a lot of sewing, Amanda. This would be like 10,000 miles long. Lovely. if you want, I don't know who you're giving your email out to, honey, but if you want to retract that after they have it, do it. If not, I do not show my chat, so it will not be up there. Shop your stash. That's right, girl. Shop that stash and collect paper. And Michelle, it's papers that, like, come on. These are like FlyLeafs. There's nothing special about them, but they're old. That's it. That's it. I'm just going to eyeball this. This is what I do. I don't measure. Not measuring. I'm guessing I'm leaving. All right, I'll measure for you. Just in case if any of you want. Yeah, it's a quarter of an inch. On both sides. Yes, that's my eyeballing. It's a quarter of an inch on both sides. So that is going to allow me to turn the book. That is going to allow me to sew the signatures in with the 1.5-inch spine. That's all we're going to do. All right, let's get to it. Let's glue this puppy. I'm not scared. Are you scared? I'm not scared. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to glue it, we're going to cut it down, and then we're going to set it aside. And then we're going to work on our papers that need put together, which would be the sewing. Actually, which would be the ledger first, because we're going to get my cutter out. And I do like the ledger papers to be with a straight edge. I don't, it is personal preference. You can rip them out. I don't care. But that I will do with a straight edge. All right. So you want this thing just to be glued. And see this little piece of, well, you can't see it because it's probably out of screen. There's a little piece of the cover hanging over right here. We're going to get that little puppy in there real quick. We're going to get all the loose edges we possibly can. We're going to just stay down. I'm going to look at our spine. I'll show you my box of shame too. Oh, look at that. I'm pulling things up. Hold on. I don't think it's a box of shame because it's something I like, but you're gonna be like, really? You keep that stuff? But it's cool because when I tell you what it's for, then you'll be like, oh yeah. And then I'll direct you to another video to watch how I got the idea. Yeah. Michelle with 2 L's. Pop your link up here. I'm gonna make you a mod real quick. Can you pop your link? Michelle on Sunday. Don't go to very many sales anymore. She's having one on Sunday. And Michelle is one that you don't want to miss. I still have stuff from her first sale I haven't even used. It's so pretty. I can't. Oh, it's one of those things. Next lose will be paper I hoard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't. Michelle, I should have made you blue. It should have made you blue, honey. But do you know how to grab a link? I didn't even ask. Do you know how to grab links? Or do you want me to grab your link? Or wait, here, Amanda's in here too. Okay. I don't know if you know how to grab a link. I totally forgot if you know how to or not. Amanda, I'm gonna blue you too. If you're still here, can you grab Michelle's link if she can't do that? I forgot if she can or not. I'm sure you know how. You linked a thing underneath your thing last night. Michelle was live last night. She goes live every Wednesday with Mary Sieber. I can't tell you how much I'm loving the series. It's fantastic. Definitely. Okay. Come on now, Sugar Belle. Oh, Jamie, you're here. Yes. There you are. Oh, look at you guys go. yeah, everyone go over to Girly Girl, um, Amanda and Jamie. I don't know if you guys are posting on your channels yet. You can throw in your links. You can grab Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Uh, just tell if you're in chat right now and you have a channel, please say it, and they'll go and grab your link, please. I'm so proud of you, Lovely. Got to 100 today. That was definitely amazing. Michelle, it was, first of all, can I just tell you about the friendship that you and Mary have? I'm just so glad you two found each other because Mary's so wonderful. And I just love it. I just love that you guys have become friends. It just makes my heart so happy. It really just does. It just does. It just makes my heart happy. And you guys working together. Mary, she's the quiet one. And, Michelle, she has the best Southern accent to listen to. And I just have such a blast being there. And I loved your projects. And she's shown me two different people that I did not know existed, especially the girl last night, who I binge watched for a little while. So if you have a channel, just say I have a channel, and one of them will go grab a link and put you up there, because it's all about spreading the love. Spread the lovely, just like I'm spreading the glue. Spread the glue, Michelle. And I'm going to glue the, heck out of this, because it is going to be a very, essential part of my book. There's no spine to keep it on. And you're like, how is this book going to work if there is no spine? It'll work, trust me. I am just gluing the heck out of it with Fabri-Tac. That's right. The heck out of it. I haven't looked up, sorry. And if you're not sub to me, you're already here. That's a joke with Michelle with 2 L's. Oh my word. Mary was having a sale and she was like, hey Michelle, why don't you get Mary's channel and put it up and everybody can sub to it? I'm like, we're here? No, never living it down. She asked me last night, will I ever live it down? No. Because I was actually a wrench in her show last night, and I said, oh, and by the way, sub to Michelle, you're already here. She cracks me up. Woman cracks me up. All right. So we got that side down. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. If you guys have a brayer or anything like that, go for it. You know what my brayer looks like. If I can even find the little thing. I don't even know where I put it. Hold on. Standing up. Where is it? It's usually right here in this little basket. Apparently it doesn't want to be found today. Can I put it over here? No. No, it doesn't want to be found. All it is it's from the Dollar Tree. It's a face massager. Yep, it's a face massager. And all I'm doing, especially when you rub it like this, you're activating that glue, making it hot, and it's going to stick to those fibers just like we want it to. And I left, did I go to the very, very edge of this? I did not. But I didn't leave a lot left. Let me put it that way. Because I do want it to fray some. I do. I didn't go all the way to the edge, but I was really close to it. So we're just going to do that, and it's still cool, which means that I know that it is still wet, which is fine, but because while this is drying, we're going to work on our papers. And that's how you tell if fabric tag is still wet, is if you feel underneath and it feels cool, it's wet. I'm going to just put this here for my guide on this one. And do you see how it does it? The only part of this tapestry you're really going to see is the spine. Honestly, really, that's it. You know, but the reason why I picked this was because it was one of my stiffer spines. All right, I'm going to glue this. Hold on. We're going to put this right here. All right, I'm going to glue this. Looking up, looking up. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, yeah, Royal G. Yep, 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 yep. Of course I had to go there, Michelle. Come on. Did you expect me not to? Come on. It's too funny. Oh, no, Valerie, really? You guys are awesome. Jamie, don't start with a tip jar. Yes. Um, I will be sewing the signatures in, and this is where the green paper is going to come in handy for me because it is going to eventually be my template. And I picked four signatures, and I picked an 1.5 inch spine. This paper will come in handy later, Amanda. So yeah, it will come in handy. Ignore Jamie and the tip jar, you guys. Please. Don't do it. It's fine. All right, so that was coming up just a little bit. Actually, it doesn't really matter if it's even on here anymore. So I can just go ahead and take that off. And we're going to cut it. Doesn't matter. Then it's going into the box of shame. All right. What about this piece right here? Nope, it's down. All this is down. So you just want to check your, and that's the part that doesn't want to come off. So, okay, be that way. So we're just going to glue this one. And like I said, I'm going to the edge, but I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm very, very close to the edge, but I am leaving some. And I'm piling it on here. I don't know if you can see that, how close I am to the edge. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. But yeah, just because I like the fraying. I think the fraying is cool. So I'm just going to box this in like I did last time. Going straight line down. I go back up because I didn't go close enough to the edge on that. It's okay though, because the more glue, the better. I know Fabri-Tac can get a little pricey, but it is the best for this because it will not warp. Again, is acetone based or alcohol based. It dries very quickly. That's why it dries very quickly. But it will not warp your boards. If you don't have Fabri-Tac, I suggest you use a spray, Rust-Oleum matte medium, Rust-Oleum matte clear spray. That's what I use, and I spray my book board with it if I'm using some type of adhesive that is not Fabri-Tac, because that just gives you a really good barrier. Wow, this is coming out really slow in this bottle. Oh, goodness. Let's go. So yeah. Now I'm just going to get grungy with it because I got pretty much most of the spots that I wanted to do. Make sure. All right. Let's go. And we're going to stop right there. Okay, I'm going to stand up because this is my outside of this. Let's close that. Going there. Y'all. And we're down. Were you holding your breath? I was holding my breath, man. Oh my gosh. Holding my breath. Using all my weight. Put that down. I'm going to flip it over. And there. I saw a little wrinkle, which is fine. It'll get out of there. Right here is going to be my spine. I feel it right there. Let's go around this book. Just getting it real deep into those fibers. This is such a thick fabric, I can't even feel the fabric check coming through. All that fabric check that I put on there. Not coming through. It's good. It's a nice sturdy fabric. The scraps that I cut off will go into the scrap box. So essentially what we're going to do, I picked up the word essentially today. I don't know why. Is we're going to go about 1/4 of an inch around the book. And then that is going to be our spine. We're going to sew our signatures into here. And it's up to you. If you want to cover it, you can put lace on the back of this. It doesn't matter. You would not see any of the tapestry then. Or you can do what I do, or might do, and go to your little box of shame. And in my little box of shame, I have other spines. I could put something on there if I wanted to. This is the voice of the city. Yeah, I keep the old cheesecloth. And this is due. There's a encyclopedia. If you guys go to underneath my down bar, there's a link to Purple Cottage Crafts, which is Abby. She has a playlist called Quick Tips with Abby. And she uses this stuff, like the old grungy parts of books, as washi tape. And to keep her pages together, or just to add some general texture onto her pages, things like that. Yeah, it's really cool. It looks way cooler when she does it. Like mine just looks like a box of, you know, junk. But I am going to use that. That to me looks like gold. There's spines in here. So if I wanted to put a spine on it, I could go through my box and find a spine that fits, or cut one down that fits. Guys, remember I just took a bunch of science books apart. A bunch of spines I can pick from. Here's a field guide to American Victorian furniture. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. But mostly I keep like the vintage cheesecloth, because when I do my other books, I replicate that with obviously the other cheesecloth. And I keep, like, that's the inside that I just pulled out of that book right here. That was the edge of my book that I just pulled out. And that is like book tape under there. So if I were to take this off, have some undo or whatever, I have it, it's somewhere. it would make it that maroon color. Look, it's sticking to my shirt. But yeah, this is the box of shame that I just throw scraps into. So if I wanted to, there's the Field Book Guide on Natural History. If I wanted to put a spine on it, I could. I really could. But I don't want to, because I want it to be exposed. And I don't really do books like that to where they're exposed. And I almost was thinking when I sew it in, I want to string beads. Again, that's not my style though. It's a cool idea. And look at that. The American Encyclopedia. What the heck just going? How did my fabric type just fall right off my desk? Just jumped right off. Yeah, like that. And old headbands off of books. Yeah, keep this stuff. Right there. It's a children's book. Yeah, this would be the box of shame. That's old tape. All this stuff adds character to your book, texture, visual interest. Here's an old zipper. I remember I used a zipper on a tag. It all just adds extra elements to your books. So yeah, there's the box of shame. But if you go to Purple Cottage Crafts, look up Quick Tips with Abby. She will make it look so much better than I just did. She's amazing. And call her Pep and tell her that Michelle sent you. Because she's awesome. She's Pep. I'm going right into this. I'm not scared. Nick, in her video, uses a rotary cutter. Not me. Because I don't care. I'm eyeballing it. Hi, Barbara. Hey, how's Mark? How'd it do? How'd it do? Oh my goodness. How are you doing? And how is Mark doing? I'm waiting for an answer. That's why. I'm hoping everything is going well. This will go into, you guys remember, we started saving our scraps for the carpet tape. So I have a floral basket. This will go in the floral basket when I am done. So many things going on here, don't we? My goodness. All right, I'm going to stand up and do this just because. It's about a ½ inch. Not a quarter of an inch. About a ½ inch. Because I'm gonna shred it. I'm not gonna shred it right now though, because I want to sew first. And I don't want all those random threads just flying all over the place. And a ½ inch because I can always cut it down more if I need to. Because if it looks dumb, then I can cut it down. There we go. There it is. Ta-da. And I'm going to cut that because those little L-shaped pieces of fabric drive me crazy. You ever try to fold your fabric and it's got that L in it? Tapestry. A little bit messy. All right. So I'm going to put those to the side because that's going to go in my floral basket because now that will be a part of the carpet tape. We don't waste a thing around here, right? I'm going to redo this really quick. That looks great. Oh, that looks great. Really, really great. Awesome. Very cool. And when I come in and lay this spine, oops, go over for my signatures to follow. It's kind of hard. Right there's the edge of the book, right here. We're going to use this as a template. And more than likely, I'm going to have to use Sharpie. And I'm probably going to use Sharpie from the inside because this is such a wild pattern. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see my holes. Or I can free sew it, which means I can just put the holes in as I go, which is probably more likely what I'm would do. Michelle with 2 L's just went, really? 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 You're going to free sew it? I need measurements. But yeah, I'm probably just going to do that myself. And just eyeball it. Be easier for me. However, if I was going to make a template for this, it's real simple. What you do is you have your 1.5 inch. Let me get this out of the way. Look how cool that looks already. I'm loving it. And then I can put a book plate on there and be done. All right, making your templates for your books. Super easy. It's I'm using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes I use 5, but as of late, 3. And I do not go in through the center. I come up through the back. I don't like, it's your personal preference. I do not like the strings hanging out in my book. I don't like it. So what you're going to do is you would fold this in half. Make sure you do a really good job of folding this in half. Or you could take your nifty Tim Holtz ruler that it was meant for. Okay, so fold that in half. And then I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to say this is probably about 1/2 inch up. Right there. I'm going to unfold it. All right, so there you have your 3 stitches, okay? I know that's your center. You know that those are going to be your end stitches. And we do know that I have some pieces of paper that are small. You see how it doesn't touch the end there? It won't touch this end or it won't touch this end. The smaller pieces, I'm going to stagger, meaning I'm going to catch 2 stitches either this way or I'm going to catch 2 stitches either that way. So it will stay in the book. Okay? So don't be worried about that. It is 1.5 inches. So then I would take my Tim Holtz ruler, and if you want, fold this in half. This is the hard part, folding this part in half. Just take it really slow. Fold it. I'm folding it in half long ways now. Just take it really slow. Like this. This. Like that. Okay. And what that's going to do is give you your absolute true center of your spine. The true center here. The only time I fold it in half long ways is when I do a 5 signature, because that is an uneven number. So if I was to do 5 signatures on this, that would be my center. I would go 2 out to the left, my other left, 2 out to the right, 2 out to the left, evenly spacing them to make my 5-hole template. Make sense? But I'm only going to do 4. And like I said, I'm probably already just going to freehand it. But if I was making this a forehand, ignoring the part in the middle that I already folded, I would take my half measure, there is 12 tick marks on my ruler. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. Make my hole. 1, 2, 3. Make my hole. 1, 2, 3. Make my 1, 2, 3. Just to make them a little bit bigger so you can see them. Okay. That is my 4 holes. Perfect for a 1.5 inch spine. And you're going to do it at the top on this 1/2 inch mark. You're going to do it at the bottom at this 1/2 inch mark. You're going to make those 4 tick marks again. If it helps you, you can draw the line. If it helps, you can put T up here for the top so you don't get it messed up. But that's how you make a template for spines. Sometimes, like I said, determining, like, okay, how do you know what inch of spine you should use? It just depends. It depends. Are you already using a book that is already together and you're not making the spine? You're just reinforcing it. I'm going to guess and say, yeah, it's a 1.5 inch spine. Wow, I can look at it and guess. It just depends on what you use. Like one that's got like, I mean, there's all different size spines. This one, I'm going to say it's 1.5 inches as well. This one is not even an, oh, this one is a 2 inch. When you spread it out, it's a 2 inch spine. So you're wondering if you ever have the question of, well, I have these papers, I don't know what inch spine. If you have a book that's already predetermined, like 1.5 inches was that first one, the best way to do is just put your papers in there, get your signatures together, put your papers in there, and kind of guess, because you want to leave some space, because these books aren't going to stay empty. People are going to want to put stuff in them, especially if you sell them or if you use them yourself. You're going to want to put pictures in them. You're going to want to put ephemera in them. And that's a nice little gap in between each one of the signatures to go ahead and add some things in. If you have a book that doesn't have a spine, like today, what did I do first? I got my papers together first. I've been doing this for a while, so it will become second nature to you. I know Lovely was talking about how there's so many new things to learn and everything like that. I can tell you, you have to go with what you feel. It's kind of a reason why I don't watch other crafters, because when my mind gets too crowded with all that information and things that I want to try, it makes it confusing for me. So I do go and watch, and I do, go and support and, hit the like button, everything like that. But as far as like, the ideas and stuff, I'm kind of like, But if it's really cool, sometimes you just can't help yourself. But you'll the more that you do this and you find that you want to do this, and it's not just a hobby anymore, it's a passion like it is for me. Like, I'm so blessed to have found my passion. I think that it's my favorite word in life. It's what I want all three of my children to find in life, is their passion. And believe me, this will become secondhand to you. You'll be like, oh, yep, that's going to be at least a 2-inch spine. Yep, that's going to be this. Yep, that's going to be that. And when it comes to making your own spine, I have a couple of videos, I think, on making spines, but the best person I think that I would send you to look at spines would be Jackie Chimes. She explains it very, very well. She explains it from the bare cardboard or card book board, the bare book board, to covering it with fabric. She explains it all. She explains the hubs. She explains the curve. She explains the flat. She explains the applique. That's who I would send you to. She's also a member of Tracy Fox's design team. Very nice lady. And who can't love her accent? Wait, hold on. What are we? Who's getting matching? I'm missing so much. Yes, Barbara, first round went great. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Always, I'm always going to be checking up on you. You know this. That's awesome, Barbara. Donna, you are a trip, a high dive, or oh my gosh. Maybe we can get matching veins. Oh my gosh. You do the back float, you can decorate your ceiling. Oh my gosh, we should paint a really cool picture on the ceiling. That is so funny. Yes, girl, I know you too well. That's why I'm trying to explain this a little bit better for you, Michelle, because I know that you like, precise. Um, but you are going. Bye, Sarah. Thank you. That's fine. It'll be on. Can I add Jackie's link? Yes. Somebody. Hi, Kay. We will get Jackie's link for you up. But it's all a matter of you'll get it. You will get it. It will come to you. I'm blessed enough that, I stay at home. This is what I do. I'm lucky to have made this, my job. It's awesome. It's great. So the more time you spend doing it and you feel the texture of the paper, you're gonna know what kind of paper it is, whether it's like made out of cotton, or it's made out of rag, or it's made out of blue jean, or what pound it is. Oh, this is a 32, this is a 26, this is 110. Yeah, you can feel all that and you'll get used to it. Paper, I'm pretty good with paper. I will tell you, I struggle with fabric. Knowing the blends, that's kind of hard for me. I'm still learning, and I love that. I love that this is nothing that I will ever master. It's always something that's going to keep my mind like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And that's what I find the passion about it, is that it's never going to end. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Usually I kind of freak people out a little bit, like it's a never-ending learning process, and you're never going to master it and it's going to be like, boom, that's the final book and mic drop and that is it. No, you're going to keep learning. You're going to keep watching. You're going to keep figuring things out, and that's the part I love. Do I like sewing in signatures? Everyone knows I hate it. Can't stand it. Worst part of making the book at all. I'll make covers for years. For years. Michelle with 2 L's, we should get together. She loves sewing signatures. I don't like doing that, and she struggles with her covers. I love the covers. I'll send her The covers she can sew them in. I can't stand it. It's not my fun. That's not my fun part of it. I like, the creating and everything like that, but that's not the fun part for me. And again, it's all personal preference. Um, but it's the part of the never ending that gets me. I like that part. I like that it's always going to never have an end. I think that's just freaking cool. Totally cool. Thank you, Jamie, or Amanda. Thank you, Amanda, for putting up that. Oh, did she? That's your favorite book. Oh, Sherilyn, so sweet. That's so nice. Yeah, Jackie's for the spines. Jackie's actually for the whole book construction. She takes you through a whole book. Like if you, just saying, and this was way before Nick's courses came out, so I mean, Jackie would be the one that I would go to if you don't want to get a course. That's all I say. Yes, this is my job. Stop with the tip jar. No, I'm good. Um, but this is yeah, it's what I do. It's what I love. I absolutely love it. And then there's the selling. I love it too. I love it too. Especially the stock your stash. Who didn't have fun in a stock your stash? That's hilarious. That's so great. Don and I have so much fun. Yep, she's the bestest. She sure is. That's my Mahomie right there. Um, oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. I'm a little chatty. I know it, and I can get a little squirrely and go off subject. I know. Um, but I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. That makes me feel good. Um, and I enjoy also the best part is meeting everyone, meeting all of you, like YouTube, having a YouTube channel, does it have ups and downs? Oh, there's my other Mahomie. What's up? See, squirrel. Um, that's the other Mahomie. That's Mahomie number one, and the other one's number two. Um, we're Kansas City Chiefs fans here, people. That's another thing about having a YouTube channel. You're opening yourself up. You got to be able to take criticism. You got to be able to take some hate. All that kind of stuff comes along with it. But having and making new friends by far surpasses all that crap that comes along with it. And there is some crap, let me tell you. But it just move on. You know what I mean? Just moving on. So if I were to make a template, that's what I would do. Okay. For 4 signatures. That's how I would do it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to freehand this one. And that's freehand sew. I will probably go ahead and make sure that all my signatures fit first and fit together. And then I'll probably punch them all at the same time with my awl. But other than as far as doing anything with the fabric, nah, I'm just going to freehand that, you guys. We're just going to play that one by ear. I'm going to show you how I put these papers together because Amanda wants to see it. It's going to be boring, you guys. I'm just going to be sewing a lot, but it is a way of using your FlyLeafs, which are fabulous. I'm telling you, fabulous. They're like the glue of the book. Like they're the hug of the book that keeps them together. So they're just awesome, awesome pages. All right. So what I'm going to do is you can go ahead and use cardstock. if this book was decorated, say, in a certain fabric, and I had a cardstock pack that matched it, you could do matchy-matchy. Since this is old, since this is vintage, I'm going to get out an old ledger, and I'm going to cut. It's a lot of cut, fold, and sew. So, cut, fold, sew, sew, cut, fold, sew. That's what this is. So, let me get the ledger. It's right behind me. Oh, not right behind me, but it's in my rolling island here in the middle. Uh-huh. 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 Maybe it's not. There is one in here, but this one cracks. That is not the one that I want to use. These papers would even be cool. Like these. I wonder if I fold these. What does that look like as a fold? Let me see if it. Oh, no, that's nice paper. Music paper, anything like that. Just make sure it's got a good fold in it. This is one of my no books. But this is one of the books that I would use because it has cool type on it. And I just folded it. And you want it to be really good and hold that fold nicely, because you're going to be sewing down one side and then you're going to be sewing down the other side, because what you're essentially doing is you're making a signature, so it's gotta have two sides, right? So one side's going to go on this side, one paper is going to go on this side. They both have to be sewed to the flip, and then this is the part that will be sewn through to keep the papers in. Got it? This is actually really nice paper. I think I'll use this. And I love this. I don't mind this at all. It's an old physics book. Let's take this puppy apart. Oh, wow, that's some nice card stuff there. Let's take this apart nicely. Yeah. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Goes right back behind me in my island that floats around the room. That's my scrap island. That's what I call it. Scrap island. We're just going to take some papers out. Sorry about the rip. You have earbuds in, take them out. I could have taken the time to pick this apart, and because it is sewn in signatures, however, it is glued. It's not worth the frustration. No. Not at all. Okay. So I think that's enough for now. Put that book right there on the floor behind me. Hey, drinking coffee, you guys. Is that okay? I agree, Valerie. Sure. Which link am I checking? Okay, so you have big. Okay, good. I don't want to hurt your ears, Veronica. I know you're at work, honey. All right, so I'm gonna click on this. My thing might go cloudy for a second. Nope, that's her. That is Jackie. And if we scroll down her videos, and it's going to be a while back. It's going to be a while back. Where she does like her book construction and things like this. I see a lot of I love this inspired by Mayon tag tutorial number 11. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It's beautiful. A few more makes tutorials I followed. She's amazing. Let's go back, and I'm back 10 months. Hold on, let's keep going back. I love that. 10 crafty questions and my face. She's funny. I got mail. All right, let's see. She even shows you how to make a box. Go, Jackie. Yep, she did the Deserted Island Challenge. She also did the themed one from, I believe she did Phantom of the Opera. What's her theme? I did Great Gatsby. All right, right here, we're going to go back 2 years. And it says, putting a junk journal together. Part 1 through 8. And if you go back even further, she's going to show you some more. But that's 2 years back. She's been on here a while. She's on Tracy's design team along with myself. I think she's pretty amazing. And she's going to show you like pocket tutorials. Go back to some of her later videos. She shows you how to make the minis and mini albums. She's just really cool. Yes, that was the right link. Sorry, I got lost in that. I want to watch the dragon. Oh, does she have one about a dragon? Yeah, they go way back. Yes, she's done the photo albums too, Valerie. Yep, you will like that. Yep. Yeah, she's a great lady. And I mean, she'll show you some spine work that you probably have questions about and things like that. I could show some spine work too, because it's not, you know, straight up copying. Now I've adapted my own, so. Yes, you may have a Pepsi. Yes. Yes, Khaleesi can have a Pepsi. Absolutely. I'm going to get one soon. All right. So I've got this nice piece of this nice paper, and I'm going to say it's around in the 60s. It's pretty nice. It's not 110. It's not 22. 22 being regular copy paper. 110 being cardstock. A nice weight in between there. I'm going to say in the 60s, 80-ish for sure. So all we're going to do, could be easier this way, showing you guys. And it helps with a little bit of evenness too. I'm going to take 3 pages. Let's go this way first. And I'm going to make them an inch. This gets tedious. This is a lot of work putting your own pages together. Like I said, it's cut, fold, sew. All right, I'm looking at the inch. All right, I'm going to look at 1.25 inches. I'm going to go with 1.25 inches. There's 3. You're going to want to take your time on this. Inch and a quarter. Trying to keep them together so they don't move. Boy, you're really tempted to put it to that next line, but don't do it. Don't do it. Inch and a quarter. Already we have 12 pages that we can put together now. Probably ripped too much out of that book, but that's okay, because it'll be used. Shop your room. Use your scraps. It's a great way to use up scraps too, because this is just things that you, well, that I keep around for when I need. You never know when you're going to need it. That kind of thing. And the funny thing is, I'm not going to use the edge on this rough edge. I'm not going to use that. Not that it's funny, hilarious, haha. I'm just not going to use it because, all right. I want them nice and straight. I know it makes no sense because all my other ones are not. Okay, all those inch and a quarters. Okay, so the lengthwise really doesn't matter because this doesn't matter. We're going to be cutting them with scissors anyways. All right, put that down here. All right, so this is going to be our first one that we're doing. And remember, we're doing the ugly side out because this is a flyleaf. And flyleafs aren't pretty. They're meant to be a little, you know, eh. And then remember as well, especially with these small ones, if I were to put that paper right there, it would only hit that middle signature. That's it. It's only going to hit that middle stitch. It's only going to be stitched one time. Not good. It's going to probably, you know, over time, that stitch it's not going to be good. But because we're sewing them together, like if this was just a normal piece of paper that you were using, you'd want to stagger it in your book a little bit together. But because we're sewing these pieces together, and this is a longer piece and it hits both of them, it's not going to matter that it's in the middle or not. What you're going to do, and you can glue these on the inside or on the outside. Oh yes, there's gluing involved too. These are very time consuming. You're going to fold it in half. Sorry, can you guys see? I'm just folding it in half long ways. And again, very tedious, but it's just so much fun. You'll get lost in it. Does it have to be straight or perfect? Not really, as long as you can get glue on both sides. Now your choices here is if you want it to come under. I could go ahead and put this page down like this, and you're going to want to leave some space. Leave some space by that middle. Like right there. You're going to want to leave some space, okay? So I could go ahead and I can sew this one or put this one down like this. And then I can come and put this one on the outside if I want. It doesn't have to be open to make a signature. I can do it whopper jawed like this. But I need to keep it kind of close so it does at least cover this page because I know I'm staying within the bounds of my book. My book is roughly 6 by 9. So I'm keeping in the bounds with the book. So I can go like this. And I can just tack it down, and I use fabric tack because I don't want any warping on my pages either. So I can do it like that, and I can glue it on the inside here too, or I can go on the outside. It's just a matter of personal preference. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change the way the pages turn or anything. It's really, if you do them, you know, oddball, and you do one on the outside, one on the inside, it's just going to give your book a cool feel, a cool aesthetic. It's not all matchy-matchy. It's not all perfect. Will I sew some in the same way? Sure. Sure. I can do it like this. No problem. Yeah, sure, I can do that. It's okay. No problem. But I think for this, I'm going to put this one down. And remind you, that nasty edge is on the outside. Love it. Just make sure we're checking for writing and inscriptions. I cannot put this paper all the way at the top because this paper will be going all the way to the top. Hence, right there, we will cut it off and make our paper. Okay, so let's go right here. And because we're using this whole thing and it hits both, it'll hit all three, actually it'll hit all three of my pamphlet stitches. We're good to go. We're golden. We're golden on this page. Doesn't matter. So pairing up big pieces with small pieces actually kind of helps you. Is this one going to be a little difficult? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. But I'll show you how you can stagger it and it will work for you. So I'm just going to take it. You see where the fold is right here, right? I'm going to leave. Oh, hold on, Michelle. With two L's. Hold on. I'm going to leave from the center probably 1/8 of an inch. Okay, from my center mark, 1/8 of an inch. One is because I don't want to cover up my pretty flyleaf with this writing. And I was there a 2. I don't remember what the deal was. There was a 2. But for 1, I just don't want to cover up my pretty flyleaf paper. So that's why I'm going to take it to the edge. If you want, and okay, I'm not a very good sewer, so maybe I'll take it back and just do, wait, that would be 1/8. That was 1/4. Sorry. So go like this, and then I would have some space to sew. Think about what stitch you want to sew it with. I think I'll just use a straight stitch. Sometimes I use the heartbeat stitch, which causes me to have bigger papers. Those are used usually in my bigger journals, like the one that Jamie has. She has, I think, 2-inch folds in her book, where these were 1 1/4. And how did I come up with that number? I don't know. I just know that number. And I thought that that would be best for this one that I'm working on. So Michelle, you're really good at sewing though. You can probably go the whole 4th because you're really good sewer. I'm not very good at sewing. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to probably leave 1/8. Okay. There's your measurements. Only for you, my dear. Only for you. So I'm going to measure. I'm going to keep this as a guide next to me because that will go up to the top. So, and I want this kind of right here. So I'm going to glue it right here. And now, mind you, I'm not going to take my glue all the way in there because then my needle on my sewing machine is going to not like me. But I will put the page in that far. Like that. And then, oh, we were going to have a little fun with this. We'll go ahead and fold this down. You can flip it over. It's almost like tipping in papers. That's pretty much what it is. We're going to go right here like that. But you're going to need to know where to put the glue. So let's get it right here. Again, this is kind of a little bit of a tedious process, but it's so much fun. I'm not going to put it all the way to the edge. And I don't need a lot of glue. I just need enough to tack it down, just so it stays in place long enough for me to sew it. Again, I have the ugly side out. I'm doing that wrong. It goes like this. Oh, just see me almost messed that up. Almost messed that up. Let me slide it down, come down just a tad. Better move. Okay, and then we're going to cut it. Let's get our paper scissors. We're going to cut it pretty close, or you can rip it, make it look fun, whichever way you want to do it. I'm cutting it. And there's a signature. And it's, yeah, not straight. It's not in there straight at all. It's kind of away from the center. I don't care. There's going to be a stitch running down here. It's like when you ink things and you try and hide things with your ink. You can do it. And then I'm going to put my sewing down here and right here. And then there is one signature. That looks totally cool hanging out. Are you going to see a lot of it? No. Why? Because I'm sewing black on black. So you'll see some letters. Doesn't matter. Make sense? Looking up. Okay. Looking up. An 8-foot inch. Got it. 2 was for stability because she got the composition, which was huge. And those papers, if you remember, were vintage music sheets. That book, I still go back and look at that video. That book is amazing to me. It has my favorite poem in it. It is the only time that I ever took something out of my journals and kept. But I'm keeping it just for myself. It is over there on my wall. I love that poem. Okay, so that's how you would put a fly leaf together. Let's put a couple of them together and then we'll hit the sewing machine. Okay. Again, another reason, even though you know you're not going to need a template, have a template because it's going to give you guidelines of where you're sewing. Okay. I have up in my top, I'm pointing like you guys can see. Up in my top basket over there is 2 inch, 2.5, 3, 1.5, ½ inch, all kinds of templates. Pre-make them, keep them, always have templates. I can't swear enough. I have tag templates right here. Those are the ones that I use for my tags. Templates. Just keep the templates. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit trickier because these are 2 small pieces of paper. And if we go right in the center, we're only going to get one stitch. This is where we're going to stagger them. So, keeping in line with my spine, I'm going to stagger this one up to the top. I'm going to keep in mind that I staggered one to the top, or I could flip it upside down and it can be staggered at the bottom. Doesn't matter. Really just doesn't matter. So we're going to just stagger these. And actually, this has to go out this way because we want the yucky side out of the fly leaf. That was the point of me collecting the fly leaves. So the nice pretty side's going on the fold and being sewn. And we're going to fold this piece of paper. Good thing about this is we know we're not going to need that big of a piece, but we'll fold it all the way anyways because, and try and get it straight. to the best of your ability. It doesn't matter if they're a little crooked. They won't hang in your book crooked. That's the thing. Like this is glued a little wonky, but when it lays in my book, because of all the staggering and everything like that, it's still straight. But even if it wouldn't matter, because it's going to be in a almost deckled edge book. But it's not. It's a flyleaf. But it kind of looks almost deckled edge. It's just rough. Know what I mean? Okay, so with this one, and there is a nice plain side on this paper. It's all preference of what you use. Jamie's has ledger. I've used music sheets, but you have to make sure that it will not crack, because most of these papers, if we were to fold these papers, it would crack. What happened when we folded those other ones right here that were FlyLeafs? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, they're in the pile to be. These were large FlyLeafs. Remember that I got out of a large book. See, there's the flyleaf part. They ended up cracking. So I'm going to have to reinforce it anyways. And these are real simple to reinforce because they'll go on like this. And then they'll open. Those are really easy to do. I'm just going to try and show you a couple of the harder ones to do. Okay, so keeping our template in mind, we'll go ahead and we'll put this top one on first, because we're going to stagger it because we want it to go through. We want this part right here to at least, because if we did it together like this, even, and we had this reinforcement, it wouldn't matter because it only was going to catch that one stitch. So you have to stagger this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to, because you don't want it to fall out. You don't want your book to fall apart. It's not good when your book falls apart. I'm telling you, this is just, it's tedious. It's very tedious. So worth it at the end. The effect of the sewed signature like that is amazing. And if you leave all your tails on, that thing is just dragging thread. Let me tell you, there's so much thread coming out of that thing. It's awesome. Going a little close to the edge. Doesn't really matter if I over glue, meaning I went too long. Doesn't really matter. It's coming off anyways. All right, so there's that paper in. Okay, and let's go ahead and we'll open this up, and we'll do this one this way too, so you can see both ways. All right, so we have to stagger, remember, because we have to catch 2 stitches. All right, I got 1 stitch there, I got 1 stitch there, and I'm fine with that. We're missing the 3rd stitch on this page. Cool. As long as I got 2 in the book, or 2 in the page, it's fine. That is upside down. I gotta glue it this way. Sorry. So we're staggering, so we're gonna go right about here. I think I totally just did this wrong, but hey, like I said, it's always a learning process. Right about there, I'm catching that stitch and that stitch. Yep. It's fine with me. Easy on the glue there. And it's outside. All right. Awesome. Cool. That is one signature right there. And we're going to cut it off at the end like that. Does this look wonky hanging here? It won't once you put that piece of sewing there. It's not going to. Can you go ahead and cut up to there and end it right there? Sure you can. No problem. Can you cut that part off? Sure you can. No problem. But I'm going to follow it straight up with a stitch. Straight up with the stitch. Because these are all going to be eventually put together. So the stitching is going to look just fine going straight up the middle. See how that's already doing the step thing? It's already doing the step thing. And that's what I love. And that's what I love about FlyLeafs and using them is I can use that step process. I can do it with cutting my tea-dyed papers down too, but I don't really like cutting my tea-dyed papers down because the grungy goodness is usually on the edge. And why do you want to cut off that good crunchy part? So I'll sew these two for you. All right. Oh my goodness. Hello. What if you left the folded piece long? Would that work or no? What do you mean, Jamie? Like matched up the small pages next each other equally, but left each as long as you look. Could. You could. Oh, Meemaw's got a doctor's appointment. You better get her there, Amanda. Thanks for coming, Amanda. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. I'm going to sew these two. I'll be right back. Because Bassoon, she's just right over here. I'm in the same room. Just moving my chair around. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Right there. This needle has been haunting me. It's got a thread in it ready for me to sew these other signatures in. And it's like, are you going to sew me in yet? And I'm like, no, because I don't like doing that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, I could use a small zigzag stitch, which we'll go ahead and use a small zigzag stitch. Why not? Why not? But you're going to want to be careful to get that paper. Even though we've glued it in, you still want to get that paper. All right, so here we go. I'll be back in a sec. There's one side. Flip it around. Let's go down this puppy. All right. There's one signature. Second. Ooh. Whoops. make sure that I had my paper up. I can see it. All right, here we go. I'm almost done. And there goes the flipping thread. Ah, I hate when it comes out of my needle. I forgot to pull it before I started sewing. Hold on. Got it. Okay. Pain in the butt. All right. Now here we go. Oh, you are not liking that. Okay. We're done on that page. What the heck did you just hit on? All right, so I got one sewed. We're gonna have to work on my machine. My machine just said, It got whopper jawed with the bobbin below. Okay, so you can see really thin. I'm not a straight sewer, but that's how it's going to fold into my signature. And what's really cool with these, you could leave the threads on or off, it doesn't matter, is they look really cool against bigger pieces. Like I said, that step thing. You would never know that these two were actually matched on a piece of paper to keep them together. And the whole thing now is going to hit all 3 stitches, which is perfect. And that's going to keep your book together. Ta-da! You have fun with me, Mom, Amanda. Have fun. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to glue these things together. I'll probably, what's tomorrow? Friday? Friday. Like Sunday. Friday. Let's see. I'm trying to think of Jaden's schoolwork tomorrow. I believe he has none. So, I won't be coming back on with Books I Hoard tomorrow. I will be coming back on, I will have hopefully all of these sewn. I have another book to sew tonight. Hopefully I'll have all of it near to done, to show you how I'm going to sew it into the Pat Rack one. The other one is just a journal that I'm finishing. It's kind of like the one that I showed you earlier. I don't even know where she went. Oh yeah, she'd be back behind me. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all my papers together, and when they match, they match. You're not going to want to stagger them. Because look, you're not working with too much to stagger with, because these were the ones that actually kind of fit pretty perfect in the journal. So you're not going to want to stagger these. These are just a simply, you just want these put together. You want them even. You don't want them crazy. You don't want them wonky, nothing. You just want those pretty much straight together. Okay? And it's going to hit all 3 stitches, and then again, you're going to cut it off at the top. And that's how you make your own pages out of FlyLeafs. I don't even know what to call this video today because it's Let's Craft. So it's Pat Rock Book, make your own signatures out of FlyLeafs. What are we naming this? Because I go back in and I put names because I never know what I'm going to do, because it always goes down a rabbit hole. So I don't know what to name it today. I'm glad you like it, Becky. Becky, I'm just fascinated with you and your life. And again, thank you for your service. I just, wow. Can you use these? Sure, absolutely. The ones that I already have folded, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Even because these don't have like the reinforcements and they don't need the reinforcements. Yeah. How cool does that look? You totally can. You totally can. And I'm not taking the strings off until I know if I'm going to take the strings off or not. Yep. You can do them even if you just want this look. You can do it on paper that it doesn't have to be old paper. If you just want this look, put it on your tea dyed paper, glue it down, and run your sewing machine down it if you want that look. You can do it. They don't have to be old papers. Use anything you want. Your scrap papers, everything. This is for anything you want. Like these, I'm definitely going to reinforce because you know, like the old books, how they have those big, big holes in them. These might not be the ones that I punch out. So I'm going to reinforce it just because it might not be lining up with my template. Could I get it to line up with my template? No, actually, no, I can't. If I put it at the middle, nope. If I put it here at the end, nope, because it's hanging out of my book. No, none of those holes follow this template. So yeah, I'm going to reinforce that. Sure am. These, no, because I know that they'll stay. This is the masking paper. And this is just added for crunch. Really, it's just crunch and a different texture. That's it. Because for the most part, the FlyLeafs are pretty much the same paper. They're just very, very old and haft. Name it nasty pages. Oh my God. Your husband is going to be like, what are you watching? Nasty pages. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see what you're gonna put up, Lovely. Serious. I love calling her Lovely, you guys. I know her name's Jacqueline. I love it. I think Lovely is lovely. So it makes sense. Yeah, okay, Michelle. Cool. I'm glad it made sense today. Yay! I'm not naming it Nasty Pages, Jamie. Not gonna do that. Can't do that. I will, yeah, no. It's probably going to be making your own signatures. Ooh, yeah, call it FlyLeaf signatures. Boom, right there you go. Bam. Mic drop. All right, so I'm going to try. I'm going to shoot for in the morning. I don't know. You said you're no fun. Okay, I'm no fun. I'll be no fun. I'll try to shoot for in the morning. It just depends on Jaden. I do know that he has to take a math test tomorrow. However, I believe he's going to take it in the afternoon. And, oh, you know what? He has class at 11:30. He has a Google Meet that he has to go to. So unless I get up really early again like I did today at 9, ridiculous, I will be on. If not, I could try after and do a late night one. But then no, because I think Katie is selling. Yeah, I don't want to try not to mess with anyone's schedule. So it might be Saturday. You never know. You just never know with me. As long as you're on my Facebook group, that's the first place I post, is on my Facebook group. And if you have notifications or whatever turned on for it, you're going to know when I come on. Because obviously you cannot rely on YouTube to tell you any kind of notification. And check out Jackie Chimes. Don't forget Girly Girl Creates Michelle sale on Sunday. I will totally be there on Sunday. I'm actually bringing a friend. I can't wait for her to see the stuff that Michelle has. It's amazing. Everyone check out Lovely. Just check us, everybody out. Everybody. Just go share the love. All right. Thanks, ladies, for hanging in there for 2 double videos today. Becky, thank you for the FlyLeaf signatures. That's what I'm going to name it. Ooh, Sewn FlyLeaf signatures. That's what we're going to name it. For your junk journals. There you go. That's not a mile long or anything. All right, ladies. I had a pleasure. It was a great spending my morning with you, and I hopefully will talk to you soon. Bye.